Good afternoon, welcome to Lakeville Hockey Arena and today's last game of the first day of the Lakeville South Cougar Classic. We welcome you here to this junior varsity matchup. The home team for this game is Westonka. The visitors are White Bear Lake. Just for your information, there'll be 15-minute periods for junior varsity. We will resurface after the second period.
Live. At least I hope we are. The sound's good. Picture's good. Whitehawks coming off a 3-1 victory versus the White Bear Lake varsity team just before this. The varsity team looking to do the same. 15 minutes on the clock. Starting lineups are out. Charlotte Falk, Riley Hoffman, Maddie Hayes, Kylie Johnson, Maddie Hayes. First five on the ice for the Whitehawks. This off into the Whitehawk zone. Falk at the blue line trying to get it out. Two Bears players trying to hold it back. And they do. Kylie picks up the loose puck, plays it out of the zone. Picked up at center ice by the Bears. Hoffman pressuring. Scores free. Sent that back up by Kylie. Hoffman moves to it. Ready for his mouth. Gets out to Peyton Newberger.
Go Peyton!
Knocked off the play right before he could shoot. Malin Dempsey now has it. He's looking for a shot. Goal.
Yeah,
Starting for the Whitehawks at 1:13 in the first period. Number 9, Malin Dempsey, unassisted. Dempsey all alone at 1:13. All right, penalty's been called on the Whitehawks number 2, Riley Hoffman. 2 minutes for roughing. Hoffman off for a rough time, that penalty, 1:59. Whitehawks, full strength.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. The microphone turned itself off, so it should be on now. Hayes, Hoffman, Sheridan, Sloat, O'Halloran. It must have been idle for too long or something. I had to reboot the iPad. It must have did something then, unfortunately. Sorry about the sound not working for the first 5 minutes, but you were watching. You may have seen goal by Malin Dempsey, unassisted. First shot on goal by the Whitehawks was a goal. Power play for the Bears currently ended. Back to 5-on-5. Dempsey, Starks, Newberger, Brown, and Johnson out there now. Dempsey digs it out of the pile, plays it around the boards. Number 24 for the defense on White Bear is a pretty strong player. She made a nice run, couple nice moves, and a shot on goal a minute ago. Kylie to Newberger. Newberger makes a good move. Trying to get to Dempsey. Does finally. Shot right back up. Now Kylie gets it up to Dempsey. Dempsey looking for a lane. Kylie goes with her. Starks with a shot, saved by the Bears goalie. Now Bears move it up ice quickly. Defended by Brown. Centering pass hit traffic. Bears leave it to the defense. Peyton Newberger gets a stick on it, clears it out, allows the Whitehawks to change all 5. On the 8:50 remaining in the first period. O'Halloran. Put up to Hayes. Matty Hayes now with some room. Got Hoffman breaking for the net. Falk gets a stick on it, but it's intercepted. Net cleared to the blue line. Matty Hayes is being hooked, but still battling through it. She's taken down. They're going to get a penalty on the White Bear Lake. And there's the whistle. Power play ensues for the Whitehawks. First power play of the game coming for the Whitehawks, that is. White Bear Lake did not score on their power play. It'll be Starks, Sheridan, Dempsey, O'Halloran, and Sloat. Bears cleared all the way down. Sloat back to grab. Always all Sheridan off the boards. Sent right back in by the Bears. Sloat off the half board is all Sheridan. Quite clear. Loose puck out in front, picked up by O'Halloran. O'Halloran leaves for Dempsey. It's knocked off her stick before she can carry it out. Offsides is the call on the Bears. Whitehawks change 5. It'll be Hoffman, Hayes, Newberger, Brown, Johnson. Minute 15 remaining on the power play for the Whitehawks. Whitehawks get it into the offensive zone. Hayes pressuring. Played off the boards. Held in at the blue line by Kylie. Puck loose. Now Hoffman. Hoffman brings it out front. Gets a shot. Saved. Cover up by the Bears goalie. 51 seconds now remaining in the power play for the Whitehawks. Hoffman wins the faceoff. Back to Kylie. Kylie Tried to make the pass, got bumped. Gets it out in front of the net. Nobody there for the Whitehawks. Now Brown. She sends it down. That's going to be icing. Dempsey at the face-off circle. 35 seconds remaining in the power play. White Bear wins the face-off. Shoots, goes wide right. Falk, Starks, Dempsey, Kylie, Brown. Kylie gets it into the zone, turns with it. Gets it to Dempsey. He's pressured and puts it in the corner. He makes some room. Oh, right off a Starks stick. Now Dempsey behind the goal line. She's pushed into the boards. That's going to be another penalty on the Bears.
Take it.
We'll just let this power play keep running for another 2 minutes with 6:18 remaining in the first period. That's on goal now. 4 for the Whitehawks, 2 for the Bears. What? Great. Dempsey, Falk, Starks, Sloat, O'Halloran. Dempsey wins a face-off and ends up in a White Bears stick. 5-on-3. Shot by the Bears. Dempsey. First power plays over for their first penalty is over for the Bears. Now Starks leaves it for Dempsey. Back to Sloat. Sloat shot. Pad save. White Bear clears it all the way down. 1:29 remaining. Shot right out in front. Short-handed opportunity. Now Dempsey. Sent all the way back down. O'Halloran. She'll retreat. Goes down on the play. Now Dempsey sends it all the way down. She's going to change. Sheridan, Hayes, Hoffman, Johnson, Brown. 49 seconds remaining in the power play for the Whitehawks. Brown gets it cleanly to Hoffman. Hoffman with some speed. She got one player to beat. Poked off her stick. And Brown takes a big swing at it. Didn't get full wood on it. Hayes with a shot. Loose puck. Riley puts it in the net. Power play goal for the Whitehawks. Hoffman with her 10th goal of the season. Makes it 2-0 Whitehawks. I guess it's Hayes will have an assist on that. Get the official call.
Scoring power play goal for the Whitehawks. 10-16 in the first period. Number 2, Riley Hoffman. Single assist given to number 34, Maddie Hayes. Hoffman from Hayes. On the power play, 10-16.
Correct. Hoffman from Hayes. So Maddie Hayes, their 4th assist. Hoffman with her 10th goal. 2-0 Whitehawks. Dempsey now. She's taken down. Shot trickled in on Dvorak, who makes the save. Kylie in a battle. Now Newberger. Newberger gets it up to Dempsey. Knocked off her stick. Gathered up at center ice by the Bears. Kylie blocks. Didn't have it cleanly. The Bears send it in deep. Maddie Brown gets chased. 3:44 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal now 7-5 in favor of the Whitehawks. Lynn Dempsey gets across the center line, sends it in deep. She's going to go for a change. Actually, They all go for a change except Newberger's still out there. 5-on-1 for Newberger. Starks, Hoffman, Newberger, Sloat, O'Halloran. Hoffman shot from a tough angle, covered up by the Bears goalie. Hoffman with the face-off, left of the Bears goalie. Rang around the boards. Bears 3-on-2. Back to side by Sloat. Carried in. Halloran gets that puck behind the goal line. Halloran digs it out of the pile. Sends it up the board. Bouncing puck gets by everybody. Hits some snow in front of the White Bear bench. Slows things down. Probably prevented an icing. Now Hayes, fresh off the bench. Plays it back to Dempsey. Malin Dempsey. Hits it right in front. Loose puck. Goalie almost knocked it in herself. It was right between her legs and scooting towards the goal line, but she must have prevented it from crossing the line. Now she covers it up to get a face-off. Be Dempsey, Hayes, Sheridan, Johnson, Brown. 2:14 remaining in the first period. Face-off. Won by the Whitehawks. Played back to the blue line. Maddie Brown shoots. Puts the player out in front, but she battles through it. Maintains control. Sends it all the way down. No icing. Whitehawks got to get to work in the offensive zone. Maddie Hayes is going to change. Riley pokes it away. It's it to Sheridan. Sheridan trying to play it in. Stolen off a stick. Now Hoffman pokes it away. Good defensive play there. It's Hoffman on the way into the zone. And White Bear sends it the rest of the way. Maddie Brown now is held in at the blue line. Kylie. Big lead for Stark. Starks up to Hoffman. Just couldn't connect. Offsides on the Whitehawks. 1:13 remaining in period one. 2-0 lead for the Whitehawks. Hoffman, Newberger, Stark, Halloran, and Sloat. Stretch pass, didn't connect for the Bears. Stark sends it back in. Bears get it into the zone. Shot from the ways out. Loose puck. Dvorak makes both saves. Shots on goal now 9-6. Still in favor of the Whitehawks. MC, Falk, Hayes out. The forwards. Shot attempt hits the side of the net. Now Halloran. Dempsey picks up the loose puck, plays it to the near boards. Maddie Hayes puts it up to the blue line, not out. Sloat gets it out. That's offsides on the Bears. Face-off coming outside the offensive zone of the Bears. Bears control the face-off, carry it in. Now Maddie Hayes couldn't grab it. Off the skate. Halloran in the corner now. She goes down. She's going to get a penalty. I think she just inadvertently fell into the player. Yes, they're going to call that a penalty for tripping. .3 seconds remaining in period one. Bears don't score. It'll carry over to the second period. Dempsey.
O'Halloran, 2 minutes for checking. O'Halloran out for body check. Tackle penalty 14:55.
Before we go. Hello! Yeah, that's going to be a penalty on the Bears, too. Cross-checked Malin Dempsey in the head on the face-off, so that'll even things up. Oh.
Westonka saves Ashland Dvorak 6 for White Bear Lake, Haley Anderson 7.
So rather than being a carryover power play, it'll start the second period 4-on-4. Haven't announced the penalty, but there was one. Cross-check to the head, that to me wasn't a hard one, but anytime you go for the head, it's a dangerous play. Sometimes it's a major penalty.
That penalty's been called at the 15-minute mark on the Bears. Number 7, Sydney Meisler, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
There's the call, so we will get a 4-on-4. Almost 2 minutes of 4-on-4, unless something changes. We'll talk about our sponsors here. We got Platinum sponsors, Crossroads Financial, Ellen Elma's Supper Club, Surfside Bar and Grill, Northwest Tonka Lions Club, the Fosswin School. Our gold sponsors, Denali Custom Homes, S. Brothers and Sons, and State Farm Office of Colin Charlson, and Chi-Chi's Restaurant. Some pretty good sponsors of these Whitehawks. Be sure to help support those sponsors. They support us. Let's support them. You've heard me say it before. We'll be back in just a minute or so. Yeah. Okay, back underway. 4-on-4. Hoffman, Hayes, Johnson, Brown. Puck trickles in. Dvorak makes the save. Kylie plays it along the boards. Now picked up by Hoffman. Hoffman can't clear. Bears making a drive. Drop back to the blue line. Hayes saw that. Now Hoffman, she's got some room. poked away at the last second before she had a breakaway chance. Hoffman gets back to it. Comes off Hoffman's skate to the near side corner. Kylie comes in and holds. Cross ice pass, didn't connect. Right there, Lake intercepted. Gets by that player, shot goal. Four-on-four goal, 2-1. Remains 4-on-4. He starts. Dempsey, Sheridan, Sloat. Whitehawks a little confused, I think, on who was supposed to be out. Dempsey wins the faceoff. Sheridan back. So 4-on-4 for about another 40 to 40 seconds. Whitehawks will have a brief 5-second power play at the end of the first penalty. Shot goes right on. Dvorak makes the save. Now Dempsey, Starks, Brown, Johnson. Riley putting pressure on right off the face-off. To the Dempsey. Now Brown, back to Dempsey. Dempsey plays it up. Just quite didn't go out. Puck off the back of the net. Matty Brown there. Nailing Dempsey. He sends it around. Couldn't clear. Held right back in. Now Kylie. Kylie's got some room. Trying to hit Starks. A little bit ahead of her. That's going to be icing on the Whitehawks. Whitehawks are back to 5 skaters. 1 second remaining in the penalty to the Bears. Hoffman, Sheridan, Hayes, O'Halloran, Sloat, Halloran. Back to 5-on-5. Halloran gets it out, loses it at the face-off dot. Shot in deep by the Bears. Now Hoffman. Sheridan. Well, Sheridan looking for a place to put it. Bears steal, send it back in. Now Abby Sloat throws it off the boards. Halloran, she plays it out. Now Hoffman puts it on her stick cleanly. She's looking for a dump in play or a good pass, sends it in, dumps it in. She's going to go for a change. All 3 forwards change. 2-1 game, shots on goal. Now 10-9 in favor of the Bears. Float. She skates it up, gets it across the blue line. She's got a little room. Nice play. Good pass. Good chance for Stark. Just went over the top of the net, just barely. $11:44 now remaining. MC Falk, Starks, Brown, Johnson. Face off. Controlled by the Bears. Stood up at the blue line by Brown. Bears clear it. Kylie gets back to it. Makes some room. Tries to get it out and does. Woodward's pass. Kelly blocks that one. Now Dempsey poked off her stick before she could carry it up the ice. Now Brown gets a stick on it, held at the blue line. We're getting pretty good at sending it to the blue line, right where the Bears want it. Oh, Dvorak had a clear lane, just squeezed through the 5-hole. Back to 2-2. Two-two game. Shots on goal, 11 for the Whitehawks, 12 for the Bears. They've had the second period momentum here. No way that girl's a JV player. Number 24. He just carried it, walked right through everybody, put a great shot on. Not sure why she's playing JV. I think their varsity team probably could have used her if she wasn't already there. She might have been. So 3-2 Bears. Hoffman, Newberger, Hayes, Halloran, Sloat, Newberger. Bounces across center ice. Emilio Halloran, first one back. Throws it behind the net. Throws it off the boards. Held in at the blue line. Halloran swings at it. Held at the blue line again. Newberger gets a stick on it, gets it out. Now Matty Hayes at the blue line. Bouncing puck, which is good, otherwise would have been offsides on the Whitehawks. Hoffman and Hayes change. Newberger, Dempsey, and Starks out there now. Shot goes wide right. Now in behind the net of the Bears. Bears play it back to the blue line. Shot, bouncing puck, saved by Dvorak. Loose puck. Bounces in. 4-2, just like that. 2-0 lead into the second period dissipates with 4 goals by the Bears. Still 9:44 remaining in the second period. Hoffman, Hayes, Falk, Johnson, Brown now. Now Brown plays it out, icing. Defensive zone face-off for the Whitehawks. 9.5 remaining in the second period. Face-off controlled by the Whitehawks. Matty Brown plays it up to Hayes. Hayes gets it to Hoffman. Hoffman gets it out. Sent in by the Bears. That was rocket shot, upper left corner. She didn't have much room, but she put it in the right spot. Whitehawks looked really strong in the first period. Not sure what happened in the second. I don't know if the Bears brought in some other players, but I don't think they did. Dempson, Newberger, Starks, O'Halloran, and Sloat now. Now Sloat. Sloat gets it up to Starks. Starks trying to clear. A lot of traffic along the boards there. Comes free. Dempsey gets to it. White Bear Lake breaks it out of the zone. Float, intercepts just inside the blue line. Pile up just inside the blue line. Sloat grabs the loose puck. It's a 2-on-1 for the Whitehawks as they hustle. Sloat pass hits a White Bear Lake player, sends it out in front, but it's intercepted. Sloat sends it right back in deep. Sheridan chasing. Hoffman there to help. Hoffman sees some light. She goes in, pokes away right before she could make another move. Hoffman blocks that play. Centers it. Gets it to Brown. Maddie Brown. Stick handles. Loose puck. Shot save. Loose puck goes just wide. Now at the near side. Halloran couldn't reach. Icing on the Whitehawks. Whitehawks need a goal or two here at the end of this period if they put some pressure on like they did in the first. Could make a game of this. Still a lot of time left. MC, Falk, Starks, Johnson, Brown. Shot. Right off the stick. Goes wide. Big blast from the blue line. Saved by Dvorak. Nice big save. MC plays it up and out of the zone off the boards. Puck at center ice. Brought in. Riley tried to turn with it. Hit a skate. Shot from a tough angle. From the slot. And we can get a hold of that one. Maddie Brown plays it out. Volkel on the board. She prevents it from coming. And we're going to get a penalty on the Bears. Power play. Excuse me, coming for the Whitehawks. It's that number 24, it looks like, who definitely should not be playing in their JV team. She's a really good player. Hoffman, Hayes, Newberger, O'Halloran, Sloat. Breakaway chance for the Bears. Sloat defending. Hopefully not taking a penalty. It was close. Now O'Halloran. He moves it up ice. Gets it to Hoffman. Hoffman gets right through to the slot. Puts a little backhander right on. Put into the glove of the Bears goalie. We'll get the offensive zone faceoff coming now. Face-off controlled by the Bears. Played out of the zone. O'Halloran. Stayed a little too long, but Sloat helps her out. Now Maddie Hayes. Up to Newberger. Peyton Newberger. He carries it across the blue line, puts it right on net. Not much on it, but now hits the side of the net. Puts it out in front again. That one had a chance from a tough angle. Sammy Starks now with it. Backhands it back to Newberger. Her stick was lifted. Now all the way around the boards. Big clear for the Bears. Float in the corner. Abby Sloat up to Sheridan. Couldn't reach. Icing on the Whitehawks. 32 seconds remaining in the power play for the Whitehawks. 5:16 remaining in the period. Now Dempsey, Sheridan, Starks, Brown, Johnson. Dempsey comes away with it. And Dempsey makes some room. Starks has got to hold up. He does. Cleanly. Dempsey, centering pass. Nobody home there. Ball comes out of the zone. Maddie Brown. Brown to Dempsey. Dempsey dumps it all the way in. There's clear the zone. Back to 5-on-5. 4.5 remaining in the period. Falk trying to clear. Get some traffic. Cross ice pass doesn't connect to the Bears. Now Maddie Hayes trying to get it out. Riley Hoffman. It's a 2-on-1. Hoffman's got Falk with her. Hoffman gets by that player. Boom, easy play. Riley, big goal. Brings things back within 2. Clear if there was an assist. It might be an assist to Maddie Hayes, if I saw it correctly. Either way, 4:14 remaining, 5-3 game.
Scoring for the Whitehawks, her second goal of the game at 10:46 in the second period. Number 2, Riley Hoffman, unassisted. Hoffman all alone at 10:46.
Hoffman unassisted. Second goal of the game, 11th goal of the season. Riley leads this JV team in goals by a fairly decent margin. Second in to Addie Guerrillo, who has actually been moved up to forward or to varsity with 6 goals. Addie Guerrillo and Riley Hoffman both with a hat trick this season. Addie early in the season, Hoffman lately in the season. So 5-3, 3.5. Hoffman with another chance. Falk got a chance on it. Loose puck. Finally covered up by the Bears goalie. Good pressure there for the Whitehawks. Looking to bring it within 1. They've still got time. 3:32 remaining. It'll be Dempsey, Stark, Newberger, O'Halloran, and Sloat. Dempsey wins the faceoff. Newberger back to O'Halloran. Across to Sloat. Bears get it out. 2-on-0 if they hustle. O'Halloran trying to get back. Shot goal. Now the Whitehawks were looking for there. 6 goals in the second period for the White Bear Lake Bears. All Bears back at work in the offense here. Halloran behind the net makes a good play. Dempsey, she's knocked down. Halloran tries to get it out, held at the blue line. Blocks that shot. Now at the far boards, White Bear Lake. That didn't connect. Starks gets it out. White Bear's got to get back on sides. They do. Now trickling puck comes in on Dvorak. She's going to cover it up. Whitehawks change all 5. Hoffman, Hayes, Sheridan, Brown, Johnson. Puck didn't go anywhere off the dot. Wingman picked it up and tried to shoot, hit some traffic, trickled in on Dvorak, who covered it up.
That last Bears goal also credit assist to number 6, Olivia Calzada.
Same face-off. Puck dropped on the dot. Nobody got it. Just sat there. Finally picked up by the Whitehawks. Now Hoffman. She carries in. Looking for her third goal of the game. Plays it back to D. Johnson. Your first shot. Shoot it, Kylie. Plays it into Hayes. Hayes sends it behind the goal. 2:05 remaining, period 3. Hooked away at the last second. No shot. Now Hoffman. This is the blue line. Held. Shot. Hits the side of the net. Brown sends it around. Too many players. Power play coming for the Whitehawks. .144 remaining in the second period. Shots on goal, 16 for the Whitehawks, 21 for the Bears. Face-off coming in the offensive zone for the Whitehawks. It'll be Dempsey, Falk, Stark, O'Halloran, and Sloat. 6 got the assist. Of course they did. Just for that reason, probably. Wasn't even on the ice. Shot by Sloko's just wide right.
Red Bell's been called on the players bench. Too many players on the ice. Time that penalty 13:60. It will be served by number 4, Morgan Pearson.
Played all the way down ice. Emilio O'Halloran receives the pass from Dvorak. Now Sloat, Stark, O'Halloran. Halloran gets it in deep. Shoots him a tough angle. Now Dempsey.
Last man playing second period, 1 minute.
1 minute remaining. Still a power play for the Whitehawks. Poked away by Sloat. Dempsey was hooked, brought down, no call. The Bears play it up ice. Sammy Starks gets a stick on it. Now Falk. Dempsey's knocked down again, no call. He's taking a little bit of a beating out there and not getting anything for it. Puck trickles in. Dvorak covers it up. 48 seconds remaining in the power play. 31 seconds remaining in the period. Hoffman, Hayes, Newberger, Johnson, and Brown. Kylie carries it up. For Hoffman. Hoffman finds some room. Hoffman still looking for that hat trick now. Played across. Get to it, Maddie. Gets there. Brought into the zone. Maddie Hayes gets back to it, gets the stick on it. Takes over possession. Maddie Hayes gets it nicely to Riley. 2 seconds remaining. Not going to have time to shoot. So we'll end 6-3. It'll be 17 seconds of carryover power play time for the Whitehawks. Shots on goal total 22 for the White Bear Lake Bears, 16 for the Whitehawks.
16.
1 goal by Hoffman in that period. 2 goals in the game for Hoffman. Platinum sponsors, Crossroads Financial, Allen Alma Supper Club, Surfside Bar and Grill, Northwest Tonka Lions Club, and the Foss Swim Schools. Gold sponsors are Denali Custom Homes, S Brothers and Son, State Farm Office of Colin Charleston, and Chi-Chi's Restaurant. We'll get a short break here. We'll get some fresh ice and be back in about 15 minutes. Thank you. All right, here we go. Period 3. Whitehawks with some work to do. Whitehawks will have a power play advantage for 17 seconds. Face off. Goes right into the White Bear end. You got Hoffman, Hayes, Falk, Sloat, and Starks. Block that. Hayes blocks that pass out to the blue line. Falk gets it out. Hoffman looking for the puck. Now Matty Hayes grabs control. Starks and slow change. Hayes chasing. White Bear carries it out of the neutral zone. And offsides on White Bear. Back to 5-on-5. Going to be Newberger, Dempsey, O'Halloran on forward. Brown and Johnson on defense. Dempsey at the face-off circle. Wins the face-off. Back to Kylie. Kylie looking to set things up behind the net. I think Dempsey, White Bear leg player, was squeaking in. Now O'Halloran. He tries to play it up to Dempsey. In the blue line. Shot saved by Dvorak, cleared by Brown. Now Brown, he plays it out. No icing. Cross ice pass. Kylie pokes that one away, chases in the offensive zone. Newberger helps her out. She takes a big slap at it, heads up behind the net. Now Dempsey, puck stuck in some wet ice. Held at the blue line by Brown. He sends it towards the net. White Bear stick grabs. Brown sends it back up again. White Bear sends it back up the ice. Now Kylie. Kylie. Go Halloran. Halloran gets it in. Halloran back to the blue line. Kylie sends it back around to O'Halloran. Amelia's taken down. We're not going to call that one. That was called earlier, but not this time. Now played out. Sammy Starks to Kylie. Kylie looking for some room. Gets it to Starks. Starks to O'Halloran. She tips it in. She's going to go for the change. Hoffman and Sheridan out there now. Slow. Starks. Now Hayes. Hayes. Shoot! Right away. Covered up. They switched goalies? Oh, we did. Oh. Hannah Cody in net now for the Whitehawks. Good call. Hoffman wins the face-off. Sheridan, she puts it right on net. Sticks in behind the net. Now Maddie Hayes, bouncing puck. Hoffman can't find it. White Bear found it first. Now they move it out. Cross ice. Didn't connect. Abby Sloat. Ooh, trickled right in on Hannah Cody, who was able to make the save. Right there. Shot. Pad saved by Hannah Cody. Well, Abby Sloat sends it around. Abby Hayes trying to clear. White Bear holds it in. Maddie Hayes up to Hoffman off her skates, but Falk first one to it. White Bear knocks it off and sends it in. Hoffman knocked off the play. Sammy Starks swings at it, couldn't get it out. Sloat blocks that shot. Lays it over to Hoffman on the far board. Now Falk, knocked down. She's got a stick in her skate. How is that not tripping? Doesn't get any more classic tripping than stick stuck in the skate. Not going to get called. Ashlyn left. Hopefully she's not hurt. We saw Dvorak walking, not even on the bench. Okay. We got Dempsey, O'Halloran, Falk, Kylie, Brown. Kylie carries it up. Now Brown. She gets it in. That's a big hit. That's got to be major, like freaking face first into the boards. Criminy. People are going to get hurt. She is hurt. Slow to get up, but she does. It's just going to be a minor. Already ran 5 seconds off the clock, too, somehow. Minute 55 power play on what, as far as I'm concerned, could have been a major, or at least a double minor. Dempsey, O'Halloran, Falk. Start.
Has been called on the Bears.
Slow.
Number 29, Allie Casemore, took us for cross-checking. Casemore out for a cross-check, now that penalty, 4:30.
Bears send it all the way down. Whitehawks got to get to work. Need 3 goals here in the third to even things up. Slow. Now with some speed. He's almost tripped up. Falk's taken down. That should have been an interference call. It's not. Bears clear it. Sloat gets it in her skates. Stark sends it in. Bears send it all the way down. 1 minute remaining in the power play for the Whitehawks. Sammy Starks gets it to Newberger. Got Dempsey and O'Halloran. Dempsey gets it in. Squirts right back out. Newberger tries to play it across. Nobody there except for a White Bear Lake play. Now Sammy Starks. Puck goes into the corner. Kylie in a battle. Hoffman there to help out. Hoffman comes away with it. Halloran been out there a long time. He's going to go for the change. Now Riley gets back to it, poked away, but she maintains possession. Shot. Save. Rebound goes behind the net, and the Bears pick it up. Betty Hayes with a good play. Centering pass picked up. Kylie receives. Sends it to the boards. Sheridan. Now at the near boards. Bears play it up ice. Picked up by Hayes. He gives to Brown. Brown across to Kylie. Johnson sends it in. Back to 5-on-5. Not much doing there in the power play for the Whitehawks. Kylie. Zell's offsides. Get back on sides. And we do. Puck tickles across center ice. Kylie up to O'Halloran. Digs it out of the ref's skates. O'Halloran lays it back to Maddie Brown. Maddie Brown hits stick on the way. Loose puck. The far side. Now Sloat. Sloat leaves for Dempsey. Dempsey behind the net, taken down. White Bear plays it up and out of the zone. Sammy Starks is going to play it. There's that 24 for the Bears. Good play by Sloat. Otherwise, that was going to be a good shot on. And held at the blue line. Shot from the slot. Hits Cody's pads and goes behind the net. One pass right in the slot. That's that 24 again, looking for another goal. Starts. Dempsey. Cross ice pass. Goes all the way down. O'Halloran gets a stick on that one. O'Halloran still battling in the corner. Now Falk tried to put it in front of the net, hit a skate. Riley with a steal. Gets it to Falk. Falk gets it into the offensive zone. Played right back out all the way down. Icing will be the call on the Bears. So with 5:55 remaining in the third period, shots on goal, 19 for the Whitehawks, 24 for the Bears. 6-3 game. Whitehawks need 3 goals quick. Hoffman, Hayes, Newberger, Brown, Johnson. Hayes chasing it down. Newberger at the half boards. Cross ice pass. Comes to the near boards. Matty Brown gets it up to the White Bears zone, but sent right back up. Puck sent wide of the net. Matty Brown with a good stick. Now the Whitehawks got to gain possession and drive to the net. That shot goes high and over. Big shot there, hits traffic. Bouncing puck. Kylie's tripped up. No call. Now Dempsey behind the goal. Centering pass broken up. Malin Dempsey. Whitehawks change 4. White Bear couldn't gain that loose puck possession. And that's going to be a power play for White Bear. And there's the whistle. 4.5 remaining. Power play coming for White Bear. Abby Sloat going to go to the bench. The box, I guess. The O'Halloran, Hoffman, Johnson, Stark.
Number 7. Abby Sloat, 2 minutes for tripping. Slows off for a trip back to penalty 10:28.
Right there with possession behind the net, trying to set things up. Sammy Starks has something to say about that. Right behind the net. Up to the blue line. Right there trying to set it up. Hooked away by Johnson. Now Hoffman. 2-on-2. They can hustle. Hoffman 2-on-1. Short-handed chance. Stick to the side. Bears. Try to clear. Hoffman gets a skate on it. Kylie digs that one free. Sees Amelia. Hits her cleanly. Amelia with some room. Shoot! Now White Bear brings it out of the zone. Been a good penalty kill so far for the Whitehawks. Maddie Brown. This time she plays it all the way down. Down to 45 seconds remaining in the power play for White Bear. 3:15 remaining in the period. White Bear sends it up ice. Not going to be far enough for icing. Maddie Brown. Plays it up, held in. Shot right back in deep. Brown behind the net. Couldn't clear again. 15 seconds remaining. Not much doing here for the Bears. Dempsey jumps on the loose puck. Got 24 for the Bears. Trying to make a shot that's blocked. Kylie sees the opportunity and clears. 3 seconds now. Power plays over. Maddie Hayes with forecheck pressure. Almost had a chance. We still only have 4 players. Hayes, Hoffman. Hoffman with some room, looking for the hat trick. Knocked off her stick before she could shoot. Still with the puck, though. Start, Sloat defending. Under 2 minutes now remaining. Goal. First goal of the third period goes to the Bears. .148 now remaining in the third period.
Scoring for the Bears. 13-12 in the third period. Number 6, Olivia Calzada, unassisted.
Hoffman, Sheridan, Halloran, Sloat, Starks. Sloat, off the boards though, Halloran. Halloran sends it in. Sloat sends it in front of the net. Bears pick it up. Sammy Starks moves it back to Dempsey. Nailing Dempsey now. He makes a nice move. Gets some room. Poked away before she could break to the net. Hello! What the hell is going on? She's getting a little out of control. Penalties that White Bear takes are extremely dangerous. Border penalties. Not what you want to see, especially with a 4-goal lead. It's completely unnecessary. Dempsey, O'Halloran, Falk, Brown, Johnson. Still battling. 1 minute remaining in period 3. O'Halloran, Dempsey. O'Halloran comes away with it. Gets it to Kylie. She tried to pull the trigger but couldn't. Kylie, Brown, shoot, Maddie. Right up front, hits traffic. Kylie, he's got a chance now. What? The heck? Shoot that puck. There's clear. 15 seconds. Maddie Brown plays it behind the net, down to 10, 5. 5 seconds. Kylie just slowing it down. That's going to do it. 7-3 is the final.
Players, once you go through the handshake line, you right up in your respective blue lines.
Whitehawks will be back on Monday. Varsity game at 11:45, JV game at 1:45. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I think it's the other way around. I think that's JV's first on Monday at 11:45, varsity at 1:45. Stick with us. We're going to get players of the game pucks handed out as soon as they're done with the handshake. Yeah.
This time we'd like to announce the players of the game. If you hear your name called, you can come over and get your game luck from Larson. From the Westonka Whitehawks, scoring 2 goals, number 2, Riley Hoffman.
Riley Hoffman with the Whitehawks game puck.
And from the White Bear Lake Bears, scoring 1 goal, 1 assist, number 13, Brendan Johnson. And from White Bear, scoring 2 goals and having 2 assists, number 24, Layla Conlon.
The